What's going on, boys and girls, children of all ages? JD here with the next episode of JD Plays Ark Survival Evolved. And yeah, I got a haircut today and I haven't combed my hair, so I look real crappy. But you know what? We're going to deal with that and go forward. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Hadn't talked to you in a bit. I'm out on my lovely flyer, and as you can see, I'm a ways away from the base. And if you'll look just below me, right down there in the water, you can vaguely make out the outline of some pretty massive fish. The one we're worried about is the one right here. That is a whale, okay? This is the guy that will wreck your raft. And I'm just showing you this to show you just how close to the actual shore they can get. They can't really mess with you if you're in the shallows, but if you get out where they can get to you, they will destroy your raft. So be aware that these guys are out and about. The next thing that I want to point out is we're a long ways from home, and we have a handy dandy new device right here in the form of a GPS. So I can now look with this on the map and know where I am. Now I've got it turned on so it shows me on the map for you guys, but just to give you a frame of reference, our base is, we're basically across the map from our base right now. And what are we doing over here? Well, that's another story altogether, but we're over here to go there. And then we're going to head back home after we go there, but we're over here just to kind of show off a little bit of the landscape. We haven't done a whole lot of exploration, right? We've just mostly hung around our nice little safe place, and I want to do, why is it not letting me land you? There we go. I wanted to do a little bit of exploration and show you guys a bit more of the world. So where we are now is more or less the southwest side of the map. We're kind of south central, really. You can see the blue obelisk over there. That's one of the tropical islands, and that's kind of a noob safe place. But where we actually are right now is the Skull Island, okay? Now, there are a lot of things here. There are bugs here that you can get, and the skull is kind of in the shape of Batman. You'll notice there's some lava inside and some fires in the eyes. What we're here for is because Obsidian actually spawns here, and I would like to pick up a little bit of Obsidian because my dude needs a haircut. I'm looking pretty rough. There's also a lot of crystal here. There's some metal here. So it's kind of it's a good place to come to get some resources, especially if you live nearby. And we're going to take our super sexy pickaxe here and get some obsidian. Now, we don't want to carry a lot because my bird can't carry a lot of weight. And speaking of which, I need to decide where I want to invest my bird's levels. I have 4 levels, which I have not spent yet. I think I'm going to put my 4 levels into... I kind of want to start doing melee damage, to be honest. But I'm going to keep going with fortitude. I think I'm going to take fortitude up to about 30%. Now, there are some large crystal nodes here, so if you're in need of crystal, there's some good crystal to come get here. But the main reason that I always come over here is purely this is one of the easy places to grab obsidian if you need obsidian. So I know that we need obsidian to grab some scissors. At least I believe they take scissors. Let me look. Dun. We could just do it this way. Right here, scissors. So we need 5 obsidian, 6 metal, and 35 flint. We've got more than enough of that now. So let's take a look at the Pteranodon. And I'm going to drop some of the other stuff that I've got on me off because I don't need it. Obsidian is heavy, by the way. 74 pounds to hold 74 of them, so keep that in mind. I'm going to toss out this stone. We don't need it. I'm going to eat these berries, actually. Just because they're berries. And why not consume them, right? Easy way to get rid of them. All right, that'll take my weight down at least a little bit. Now, the bird right here is sitting with 14 levels, okay? But you'll notice that as soon as I get any kind of weight... Oh, this is bad. That's really bad. We want to drop this immediately. And we want to fly away. We want to get away from that spider. That spider will knock us unconscious. And we will die. And then that spider would eat my bird. And I do not want that spider to eat my bird. So I dropped my obsidian and came up here. So, like I was saying, I've got 14 levels to spend. Now, I could put some points in weight, and that would help with carry weight. I could put some points in stamina so that I could stay in the air longer. There's a lot of different routes to go with that. What I want to do is I want to kill this spider. Let me see if she can. I think she can. That's a dead spider right there. Chitin and meat all day. Okay. Alright, so that was a severe overweight, and that was bad of me not to notice that there was a spider sitting around, because had I not dropped that weight quickly, that spider could have poisoned us, killed us, eaten us. It would have been I'd have been angry. It would have been terrible. All right, so right now we are slightly underweight, right? There's a lot of ways to go about relieving some weight here. Let's look at what our options are. We're not going to need any of this stuff. I don't really need this saddle, but you know, I kind of want to keep it, but it is adding 20 pounds on, so just dropping that saddle alone would help considerably with weight. We'll eat some of this meat down. We don't need the berries. What else do I have that I can get rid of? I don't really need the crystal. That's 5 pounds I can do without. But I also don't want it to take me an hour to get home, so I'm just going to throw this out for now. It's not that big of a deal. So where do I want to put my points? It would be great if we could still do movement speed. We're not really using the bird as a hunter. And in the long run, I won't use this bird for much weight carrying either. I might use it for some. I think for the most part, I just really want to put it into stamina so that I can fly for a lot longer. So we'll do that. Let's see how much weight we actually gain. We gain 6 pounds per point spent in weight. So I'll go ahead and take her up to a 250 pound weight. And then from there, I'm just going to focus on stamina. Now, stamina is important because it's what allows me to sprint fly, right? It gives me fast speed. So from here, we're heading home, and we've got a long flight ahead of us, especially since we're weighted down. If I could shed a bit more weight, and technically I can, right? I don't need this much obsidian. I'll come back and get some more later. There we go. So now we're going to be a lot quicker, right? And it's going to be stamina that's really going to decide exactly how quickly we get home. So let's get up in the air so we can get a good view of where we are. So over here is the redwood forest, and I'm definitely going to want to do some playing in there. And now we're over on Jungle South. This is Jungle South. There's one of the many water sources, lakes, where beavers and things live right there. A minute ago, I was flying along here, and I was looking down as I flew, and I noticed that there was an orange spot down there, which represents an alpha. And which we killed an alpha not too long ago, right? We got some really nice toys out of it. And as I was flying by, I'm like, hey, look, there's an alpha. That's cool. My lovely Pteranodon began to descend. And I was like, oh, crap, I'm flying right towards the alpha, and there's nothing I can do because I was out of stamina. So more stamina means I could have flown farther. But here's another tip for you. Always keep a few stem berries on your bird, because if your bird runs out of stamina and you pop some stem berries, you can stop sprinting for a little bit and probably give yourself a much better chance of making it safely to the ground than you would have otherwise. So I would pretty much advise you to always have at least a few stem berries on you. Also, if you don't have to sprint, look at how big these crystals are, by the way. If you don't have to sprint, you'll save yourself a lot of stamina just by flying at standard speed. And you'll be able to travel a lot farther. Now, I'm going to sprint because our base is a long way away. And I've got other plans of things that I want to do during today's episodes besides just fly around. Look at these beavers fighting this T-Rex. How's this going for you guys? Are y'all winning? That T-Rex is getting mobbed. This is crazy. It's getting wrecked. I wonder if I can come in here and snatch some kills off. Oh, I got some prime. I'm definitely getting prime. That's beautiful. We just got ourselves some prime meat, boys and girls. Look at that. Free prime from eating a T-Rex. Nice. Well, that's all well and good, but there's not much I can do with that prime right now except for cook it, because I don't have proper storage procedures. Now, if you remember, last time we were able to pick up, here's the winding river, right? We don't live very far from there. We were able to get ourselves to a point where we could build a fabricator, and we built one, and we placed it. And as I informed you guys with the fabricator, we actually have the ability to make refrigerators and power generators and other electrical items. So that's going to come in very handy very soon. That is definitely something that we are interested in building. Now, where did I get this GPS? I didn't build it. Actually, I opened one of those yellow supply drops. I may have done that on camera, I don't remember. But I got it out of a supply drop. So when you're flying around on your Pteranodon and you need to stop for a minute and grab some rest, you can just pull up on one of these cliff tops, and it's nice. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, I usually have a parachute on when I'm doing this, but I don't right now. So I'm basically just asking. Uh-oh. How did that happen? Oh, I know what happened. Hang on. I'm basically just asking right now to get thrown off of my Pteranodon, and it's going to be something bad. All right. So we're going to keep on heading this way. Now, I will tell you, Pteranodons are... Look at these. Look at these dudes fighting down here. We got an Allosaurus, a Tyrannosaurus. We got... the T-Rex is eating some Diplodocus. There's an Alpha Raptor down here. Look at him running around. Be nice to kill that dude, wouldn't it? Pteranodons are actually really good at killing Brontos and Diplos. And those dudes actually give really good XP. And they're really good at giving prime meat. And that's something that we're going to want to take into consideration as we prepare for our next tame. I've been kind of prepping the boat, and I've got 2 targets in mind for my next tame. I think I would either prefer to go after a... I think I would prefer to either go after a mammoth, like we've talked about previously, or an Argent. And in reality, the Argent's probably the best choice, but we'll decide that in a moment. Now, I have been doing some stuff around the base. Let's take a look at what's been going on. Look back there. We now have a dino pen in the back where we can store our dinos outside, and they're kind of safe. And so last time we grabbed up several dilos. So I've got 3 males and 3 females. I don't really need all the males, but you know, they're here. They help for protection. I've got my raptor out here, and I've got my stego all just chilling back here in the gate. And I actually tamed a Phiomia just a few minutes ago. Now, why would I want a Phiomia? The only reason you want Phiomias is because these guys are the best poop producers in the game. So when you get ready to start really building your farms up, having a few Phiomia around to keep on hand just for poop is fantastic. Speaking of farms, check it out. The greenhouse is up. We've got some small greenhouse windows going over our crops, and these guys are now getting 255% greenhouse effect just from these few little pieces right here. And I've switched our pipe system over to metal, right? We've got 1,000 gallons of water being stored in those 2 metal tanks and plenty of piping for more. And check it out. The piping goes all the way out into the water now, which means that these tanks, even if it's raining or not, these tanks stay full. So I don't ever have to worry about it raining for water anymore. Now that was a challenge, but the Pteranodon helped a lot with getting that built. On top of that, I've done some base expansion, right? I've got myself my little area for my Pteranodon up here. But look over here. The ramp is going on. We've got it. I can now walk dinos up directly from the beach, up my ramp, and to my base safely. And it's a double ramp right now. There's still a lot of work to be done, but I wanted you guys to see how I did it. And I'll explain how I did it in just a minute. Once I got the ramp built, I've been very carefully and meticulously building, and I've built myself, there's a little ledge right here that I couldn't get to before, but I've built myself a bridge to get to it, and I've got a new little area where I could establish a pretty solid sized base or whatever I want right here, kind of overlooking the ramp and the water. And that's pretty awesome to me. So I may look at transitioning more of my base proper over here and turning that more over there into more of a farm and eggs and things of that nature. We'll see. Now, how I did this was I built myself my foundation right here. I took a roof off of the foundation, and then basically I used pillars to line everything up to get the ground lined up with what's on the ledge. And the idea there is that as long as everything is connected, so this right here is a foundation that has a pillar running all the way up to a ceiling. Every foundation that's now connected to that foundation considers this to be one solid structure. Therefore, as long as I have foundations extended, I can continue to attach ramps, and they think that they are simply extending a structure that already exists and can support them, which allows me to run the ramps all the way out here like so. So you can, this is basically the housing algorithm, how houses work in Ark. So you can abuse that as you're building things, because not only does it consider this ramp a single solid structure, a single home, but that structure is also attached to this structure, which is what's allowing me to build a lot of these ceilings. If I were to put more foundations down right here, I could continue to extend those ceilings out and overhang that rock. Now, I'm not going to be too cheaty about it. I'm actually going to reinforce those with pillars down to the ground eventually as I build this out. But it's a nice little start to a cliff base. So that's pretty cool. All right, so those are kind of the things that I've been doing, offline. Now let's get to some of what we want to do while we're online here. So like I said, last time we got a fabricator started, and we haven't used it yet. And I've been kind of reworking the inside of the base. I've got a lot of work to do on the base. I have been successfully collecting dilo eggs, so those are going to pay off eventually. And I'm not even going to stress this dude with this prime meat. I'm just going to let him keep it. Congratulations on eating a T-Rex. You get prime meat. But what I am going to do, don't leave your doors open if you play on a server, by the way, is up here inside of the fabricator. We need some ingots. And I have farmed a bunch of metal ingots today. Now we only need 7. Pull. And that puts 200 ingots in here. And check it out. Under cooking, we have this S plus grill. I want to craft this S plus grill, but this says that it has to be crafted at a crafting station. I don't know if it can be crafted here or not. I want to look at something. Let's turn this guy on. So it requires gasoline. So it's on now. It's running on gasoline. And I'm now able to build this. So let's go ahead and craft one of these. Now we don't want to be really too wasteful with this. So if we want to do any other crafting, now's the time. But we don't. So let's turn it off. Because I don't want to run it out of gasoline. Now let's take a look at this grill that we just got. Now this grill is an amazing upgrade to our ye old campfire. We're just going to set it down. We'll set it down right here for right now. Because we're not going to leave it here. We're actually going to put this on the raft probably. Alright, so what's so awesome about this guy? Well, let's throw in some gasoline because that's how it runs. And I don't know if I can... We'll grab a stack of meat real quick. There we go. Alright, so put this in there and then let's just pull raw meat. And let's pull like 200. Right? Pull 200 meat in here. Pull. There we go. This thing can hold up to 100 stacks of meat inside of itself. And when we turn it on, let's watch the magic. It begins to cook. $12 meat at a time. This thing is amazing for cooking. Okay. Now let's try to grab some prime meat just for fun. Let's see if we can pull off cooking this prime meat before it goes bad. Right here, it's ticking down already. I don't know if we can, but we're going to try it. Nope, it all went kaput before we could. But let's assume that I had gotten it in time. This is going to be one of the best ways that we can cook any prime meat we harvest because we can cook it almost instantaneously in here. So that's awesome. I'm going to leave that and let that cook for a minute. Let's look at the next things that we're going to want. So we're going to want a generator so that we can run a refrigerator. Now for a generator, we're going to need some electronics and some metal ingots. So I learned the Ingram last time for making electronics. Where's it at? Composites right here. Electronics take metal ingots and pearls. Okay, let's pull in some pearls. Silica pearls right here. Let's pull these in. Pull. Okay. And then we need ingots. Now for this, we need obsidian. Well, look at that. I just magically happened to have gone and gotten obsidian. Okay, so let's throw some of this in there. Now I wanted to make some scissors with my obsidian, right? So how many do I need for that real quick? We need 5. And we'll want to go get some more obsidian. But I just wanted to show you guys a place to get some obsidian to begin with. I'm going to go gather a bunch more later. Alright, so 5 of these. There we go. And let's throw that in there. And then the other thing we needed, obviously, was going to be ingots, right? We need metal ingots. So coming down here, metal ingot right there, 68 of them. Let's go ahead and pull those in here. There we go. Alright, so if I wanted to make this, I need 10 electronics. Alright, and if I want electronics, I need pearls and ingots for each. Well, I've got enough of that. So let's turn this guy on and let's craft 10 of these and let's get a generator made. Alright, what else do I need for that generator? Let's take a look. 25 ingots, so we'll be able to do that. Cool, no problem. Alright. Now what if I want a refrigerator? For that I need 10 more and I need 15 polymer. Okay. So how many polymer can I make? Well, look at that. I can just make enough polymer. So let's make that right quick. And we'll go ahead and get 10 more of these knocked out if we can. And I think where we're going to run into problems is going to be in terms of ingots. I think I'm going to run out of ingots before I can actually get to what all I would like to be able to make. But we'll look. We'll see. All right, so this guy's going to take 120 ingots. So yeah, I'm not going to have enough ingots right now. But here's the thing. This guy, he's just working his tail off to produce ingots. Look at all this ore in here. We probably should go ahead and get ourselves another forge, just to be honest. So let's see here. Forge. Right here. Can we pull the material to make a forge? We can. All right, let's make one. In fact, let's pull the material to make another one. We're not smelting material down quickly enough, so it seems like it would be a good idea to go ahead and throw some more forges down. And for that matter, we might decide, okay, it's time to move our chickens. You know, we're getting into the metal melting business, and you ladies, y'all are just kind of taking up all the space. So let's move you guys down here and out of the way, and we'll go from there. So chicken relocation program is underway. No, stay where I put you. There you go, good girl. All right. No, I will put you in the fire, I promise. Don't jack with me, dude. All right, so we've got a few forges made right here, a couple of them. So let's drop one right there, looks good. And we'll just turn it this way. And I think I'd like to, you know, pick all this stuff up and move this box. So pick up the storage box. We'll find somewhere else for that later. Now let's put another forge right here. And we may even eventually get a fourth forge put in place. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So let's grab some ingots or some metal. And this is going to be way too heavy for me to carry, so I'm going to spit some of them out because those weigh 200 pounds when you got a stack of 200 of them, right? Bam. Okay, and let's pick these up. Oh, that was the same one. Let's put it right here. There we go. And I should have some spark powder available to me right here. Alright, so let's light that fire. And that's going to triple my ingot production, right? I'm going to get ingots done a lot quicker this way. Later, we'll look into a much better way. But for now, this is at least going to up how quickly I can produce my ingots. And so now, I've got a lot of ore, and I'm getting it smelted down about as quickly as I really can. We're going to pull 2 more piles of 200 out of there. And I'm going to be overweight once again because I'm carrying all these narcotics and stuff. But let's get those moved over to their future melting points. Now, I want to go ahead and build my scissors. So what do I need again? Flint, I think it was. And I have no idea what I just did. So let's do that again. Get rid of this. Really? Am I doing something wrong? Oh, do these have to be crafted inside of something? In a smithy? Okay, so we need flint, ingots, and metal. Or obsidian, I'm sorry. So flint, and obsidian, and scissors, and pull. And let's craft a pair of scissors. Now, I've never used scissors. These were not in the game when I originally played. So this is going to be fun for me. I'm interested in how this is going to work. Alright, so let's hit 7. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Alright. So let's trim our hair length back. Very nice. And we've got different hairstyles. Okay. How do we get different? Ooh, I like it. I kind of like having the beard, right? So I see how to trim it. But how do I get to the different hairstyles? We got a curly beard. What? Now that's interesting. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright. I'm going to trim my beard on back to about right here. I got braids. I can do braids. Okay, show me. Oh, alright. But no other hairstyles are available besides braids. Okay. I wonder how I get more hairstyles. I'll have to look into this. Can I change my color? Not yet. Okay. Well, that's okay. At least I'm learning the basics of how to do this. We'll have to look into hairstyles and stuff later. So I don't look quite so much like a caveman anymore. And apparently the scissors have like 2 or 3 uses in them. So that's cool to know. Very cool. I'm down with this. I like it. All right. That done. How are we doing over here? We're cooking up meat. Look at that. All that meat's cooked. All that deliciousness is cooked. Now, here's the thing. I don't really have a reason to keep raw meat. Cooked meat spoils as well. So if I'm keeping it for spoiling, I can spoil it with cooked meat as well. That's one thing to keep in mind. I'm going to go ahead and keep the raw meat just because I don't feel like cooking it all up right now. I haven't really made a whole bunch of gasoline yet. I may make more later. But we want to make sure that there is plenty of spark powder in there to not let any of that fail. And I need to pull in flint right here. So from the gate box, let's pull this in. And I'll talk about the gate box and stuff later, but we're going to craft all of this into spark powder because I need a bunch of spark powder. All right. That being said, oh, this has been running the whole time. Look, I'm just wasting gasoline. So there's my polymer. There's my electronics. So we can make the generator now. So let's go ahead and make that. And so now what we're waiting on is enough ingots to make the refrigerator. Now, metal ingots, we've got what, 22, 43? We've got 43. We need over 150. So I'm not going to be able to make that anytime soon. And I'm going to tell you now that we're going to need a couple of things before we're actually going to be able to do anything with this. So we're going to need an electrical cable intersection. That's going to take a couple of ingots. So let's get that made. And we're also going to need some more electronics because we're going to need one of these boxes. So let's go ahead and make 3 more electronics. So craft them out. 3. Okay. And then we're going to want to pull in some wood. We'll pull in 15. And if we come to electrical, we can now make this box, right? And so the last thing that we need is we need this refrigerator. But like I said, that's going to take a lot of crystal. And let's see, do we have crystal? I bet I have crystal. I don't know if I have enough crystal. Yeah, I got some crystal right there. Pull that in, bam. So I've got everything that I need except for the ingots. And the ingots are just a matter of melting down. So maybe we'll come back and check on all this towards the end of the episode and let's look into it. But what I would like to do right now is I would like to, we're about, well, maybe we won't do this right now. Maybe we'll do this next time. I think what we're going to do next time, because we've got a lot done right here, right? We've looked at how I've expanded the base. We've looked at the garden. We've looked at the ramp over there, and I need to figure out, how I'm probably going to enclose that or build like in the back area, back over here in this area. I might go ahead and just build that into another dino pen of some sorts. I'm not sure yet. Maybe a larger carnos and stuff can live down there. We'll see. But I need to definitely change it from thatch because if a dino were to come right now and break enough of those thatch foundations, I have a feeling, especially if it were to break that thatch foundation where that pillar is, I have a feeling the whole thing would collapse and I would lose my ramp. And I don't really want to lose my ramp. Okay. So what my goal is going to be for next time is we're either going to go after a trike. I mean, not a trike, a mammoth or a argent. I'm leaning towards the argent. And in order to facilitate catching an argent, I have made a modification to the boat. There are now ceilings on the boat. The idea behind that being that if I get an argent to chase me into this boat, an argent cannot fly out of this. A pteranodon cannot even fly out of that edge right there. But while a pteranodon or an argent can't fly anywhere out of this little trap, a pteranodon can fly right out of this hole. So you have the argent chase you in there, and then you fly out of the hole, and you come back around, and you close the gate. Okay? But keep in mind, if you're doing this over water, pteranodons and water do not mix. So what we would ideally want to do is we would have the argent chasing us, right? And we would have a straight shot coming in. So just like we're a jet fighter. We're going to come on in here, and we're going to fly up, and he's going to chase us, and we're going to land right here. And then we just want to land the pteranodon on the roof somewhere, like right here. So if the argent thinks he can get over there to the pteranodon, and then we're just going to hop off, run down, and try to close the gate. That's the goal. From there, we would attempt to knock the argent out in our normal methods, and hopefully end up with a brand new flying dino. Now, what is that? What kind of egg is this? This looks like a parasaur egg. A pteranodon egg. I'll take it. It's going to get me into a fight probably, but I'll take it. What level is this? I got an idea. We can get ourselves a free pteranodon right here. I don't know what level this pteranodon is, but she's mad at me. Now the pteranodon right there can absolutely fly. Oh, come back in. The pteranodon can fly out of that hole, but an Argentavis could not. I wonder if I can actually get this dude. It's attacking the boat now. Oh, she's inside. She's inside. All right, cool, cool. All right, she's in. Let's see if we, or he or it or whatever. So let's see. Can I knock it out? Oh, it's out. We're just gonna, I can't tell what level it is. Let's see. Come on, show me the level. Show me the level. Can I get it in the scope? You're messing with the wrong Pteranodon. I'm warning you. Bring her down here. It's a 116 female. Okay, I got an idea. I definitely want to try to capture this if I can. Because that is a female and it's 116. That's kind of nice. Probably going to be difficult. Probably going to be challenging. But I'm going to try this. Where'd she go? Did she give up? I guess she gave up. She flew. She's flying over there. She's leaving. Okay, whatever. Anyways, you guys see how the trap's going to work. Like I said, it's not meant for a Pteranodon, so capturing her was going to be kind of a challenge anyways, because in water and Pteranodons don't mix, because she can fly straight out of that hole, and they go berserk in these little cages. So, whatever. With that said, guys, if you liked it, like it, and if you'd like to see more like it, click that subscribe button. I've been gaining some subs. I'm happy about that. I'm going to keep the Minecraft coming. I'm going to keep the art coming, and hopefully everybody's just enjoying what we're doing and what we're seeing. I have been doing some episodes with my boys, or at least my middle son, my younger son, and my older son and I are going to be doing some stuff soon. We have not started yet, but I've got some plans for that. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and like I said, we'll go after an Argent or a Mammoth most likely. You guys be good to one another, and I will see you all then. Later.